YouTube, welcome back to another feature premiere reaction for MLB The Show 25. I'm Mike is the Hat. And yeah, without really any further ado, let's get down to it. What did they talk about, right? They talked about ambush hitting. So we're going to switch over to this here. We're going to play a little bit of the video. So ambush hitting, I thought was going to be something that they didn't put in online games because I thought it was going to be similar to like the guess pitch mechanic, which it kind of is and it kind of isn't, right? You're moving the right stick to kind of shade towards the inside or outside part of the plate. Kind of like how you have the bunt influence thing, where if you want to bunt it down the first base slide, you're pushing to the right. If you're a left-handed hitter in this situation, or you're pushing to the left for the third baseline. Like this is Kyle Schwarber's PCI and stuff. So, yeah. So, I mean, let's play this little 2 seconds that I want to show off here. So there's the guess, right? They've highlighted this side of the PCI or the plate coverage strike zone deal, and you see it like he's looking now. He's moved it from the inside to the outside. The PCI got smaller. He moves it back to the inside. It gets larger. What they said is, if you guess correctly, if you're playing on all-star difficulty, it will take it down like one difficulty level to veteran. So that's how big the PCI will get. If you guess incorrectly, it could take it as high as, say, from all-star to legend, and your PCI will shrink to that little legend one that you use. Up two difficulty levels for incorrect guess, down one for a correct guess. So it's pretty significant. It'll definitely help you hit a lot better online if you're guessing these correctly. The pitcher can't see it. It's not like the guess pitch meter either, where it's going to flash um, or anything like that, or put like where the ball is going to go exactly. So it's cool. It'll help you. They say it's not going to hurt. Like if on this pitch, say Darvish was to hang a curveball and you still move your PCI to crush it, um, it shouldn't deter you in any way that way if you're still timing it up perfectly. But the developers did equate it to like cheating on an inside fastball. You're opening up your hips earlier, so you're getting your bat out there faster so that you can turn on it more. Or if you're swinging at something away, you're a little bit more on your toes, a little bit more on the balls of your feet, trying to fish for that outside pitch to make sure that you're covering that side of the plate. It makes a lot of sense. I like the way that they explained it. So it's cool. I'm not against it as what I thought I was going to be. Then from there, we are looking at this clip right here. I'm not even going to move it. Infielder reaction times. Now, something that I've always built a lot of my MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty teams around is good defense with decent hitting and a little bit of speed. It's going to matter much, much more this year than I think it has ever before. Now, obviously, we had some changes to the outfielder reaction times last year and the year before, where not everybody gets a perfect jump on every single ball to catch every single thing that's in the air. Now we're looking at stuff dropping in, and then you can stretch it into doubles or triples or whatever. Cool. Now on the infield, it's going to matter. Those hard hit balls that people were getting to crazy on crazy dives and this, that, and the third, they're not going to get to as much because we see it right here. We have this is your best defensive player. I don't know why they use Zach Neto, but whatever. 99s will get this top tier reaction 100% of the time. And then as you scale down with your ratings, your reaction time and stuff like that, you'll go from the top tier being like, say, 35 to 40%, dropping down to like 20 to 15% to like 4 to 5% in this lower end on the reaction time scale. So a lot more of these balls are going to get through the infield. Those like two hoppers that people were getting to and making crazy throws and throwing you out aren't going to happen anymore. On top of that, throwing matters. The better throw accuracy you have, the higher your perfect throw meter is going to be as well. So last year they showed it, the perfect throw was in the middle of this green bar or whatever. We don't have really a good representation of it in this still that I have, but the perfect throw meter is going to be at the end for outfield throws, and it's going to be blue. the smaller your throw accuracy is, or the higher it is, closer to 99, the bigger it will be. If you're a 99, it'll be as big as it possibly could be. So that's plus. You know, we love throwing people out in the outfield. Hopefully that continues to be good for us. Maybe it'll get a little weird. All of this infielder reaction times and throw meters and all that stuff is also going to go over to Road to the Show. So you'll get these cool like jump animations and stuff like that there. What's really dope is the first person camera in Road to the Show playing defense. You can actually like switch between it in and out of first and third person, which is kind of cool. And they added a new QuickTime event for if you're playing like a position where you're required to cut the ball off. So anywhere on the infield, you know, those first and third cutoff situations, or the middle infielders in those cutoff situations where they can make a snap reaction and say, instead of throwing it home, throw somebody out at third, or cut a ball off going home and cut somebody down at second base, all that good stuff. Little quick time event. It looks cool. They said you had like a 2 or 3 second window to do it. Defense matters. Ambush hitting. Cool first person camera for Road to the Show and player lock with those cool quick time events. Also the sliding thing, the swim move that people love to do. That's going to be in the game this year. But then they talked about GOAT difficulty too, which I don't know if we'll ever get to. So GOAT difficulty will be at the 1,000 or more ranked rating. So I don't know if we'll get there at all this year. So we don't have to really worry about that. The top tier of the Weekend Classic and in some of the esports tournaments, details to come. And then, of course, you can select that in single player if you want to. They also talked about some quality of life stuff today, which is stuff that I've been yelling and screaming about for like 3 or 4 years. Pause timers are capped at 90 seconds, not 3 minutes. You don't get your time back at the end of all of it. So better know what you're doing when you're pausing the game. You have 90 seconds for the whole game. You get 15 seconds back every time you go to hit, but it still caps at 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'll take it. It's better than 3.5 minutes. Don't have to warm up your pitchers for online anymore. So that quick menu thing is all gone unless you need to make like a substitution or whatever. Hey, that works for me too. I'm all good for that. And they said that there's a couple little tweaks that they didn't really show off, but they mentioned if you hold down R2 to look at the pitch history, you can also tweak it to like show a few things. There's a setting where you can change the way your PCI anchors at the start of every at bat. Little things like that are cool. The pause meter is the biggest one for us. We love that in online play. But overall, I would say that I'm excited to see what ambush hitting does for us online, as well as building that team around defense, made it to the World Series for the first time ever. So as you see behind me, still all the same stuff. Standard edition, digital deluxe, the early access. Games available on the 14th if you have it. The 18th if you don't get the early access. They did confirm that was Roger Clemens in the last video pitching to Manny Ramirez. Cool Papa Bell also confirmed. And then, of course, about 190 of the legends that were in the game last year are coming back. So that's dope. No new legend revealed today, which kind of sucks, but I'm looking forward to seeing what that has in store for us. Obviously, just so we all know we're on the same page, we'll see that Legends trailer on the 11th of March, about a month from now. But we'll be back next week to talk more about Road to the Show after their feature premiere and deep dive. And I want to know, what you want to see, what you think is going to happen, who you think the Legends will be, what are you excited about, what don't you like about the stuff that they talked about today. Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter and all over the internet at Mike is the Hat. And we'll see you next time. Deuces.